I've got here with me now Bernadette Maguire. Hi, Bernie.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. So, Bernie, you're on next. How do you feel about being filmed?
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I'm talking about something that to me is really important and is very exciting as well. Exams doesn't seem to be the most exciting subject in the world, certainly on the face of it, but exams and testing and everything that surrounds exams and testing is actually a very, very interesting subject, but it's also fundamentally important for teachers and learners as well.
And how do you feel? Do you feel that the role of exams and assessment has changed a lot in Spain over the last few years?
Yes, it's changed radically. It's changed throughout the world. The internationalization of education and the globalization of the workplace and all that sort of thing, all the cultural changes and linguistic changes that those two things bring with them has meant that external exams are extremely important and are very much in demand. There's been an exponential growth in demand for external exams over the past even 2-3 years. So it's a real watch this space subject that I'll be talking about.
And would you say that Spain has a kind of exam culture compared to other countries, or how does it compare with the rest of Europe, for example?
I think you could say that it does have a type of exam culture in the sense that to have a qualification is of extraordinary importance and always has been. But I don't think it's particularly more so certainly than other countries now, because especially in the area of language learning, where it's not only important for you to be able to use your language skills and show your language competence, but it's important to be able to certify and accredit that you're actually able to do that. So yes, but no, certainly not recently.
Okay. And you just gave a session on the connection between knowledge and skill, is that right?
Yes.
And is there anything that you'd like to tell us about that, and what is that connection?
I think the focus of the session was away from the typical exam technique preparation, which a trap that teachers tend to fall into when we're preparing our students for an exam. It's much more important for the student to actually gain the language competence necessary to be able to be successful at the exam that they're aiming at. And exam practice after exam practice is certainly not the way to go about it. And more importantly, I think even than that, is that candidates do not set themselves up for failure. And it happens much more than it should, certainly in the area of language level accreditation and language competence and certification, all that kind of thing.
Okay. And would you say that the pressure then is more on the student or on the teacher?
Oh, it's absolutely on both. Absolutely on both, because there is no separation in this respect between a teacher and a student. A teacher is his or her students, and their success, the teacher's success depends so highly on the student's success, and the teacher's emotional well-being depends on the student's emotional well-being, and failure is not a way of achieving that. So both, I would say, equally.
Okay. And do you have any final message for the online viewers that are going to watch your session now?
Yes. Watch it. You think you could be forgiven for thinking that exams is a kind of boring subject, but I assure you it is not. It's a very, very interesting subject. Anything to do with assessment, anything to do with exams is at the root of language learning, and it's also an incredibly useful tool. Knowledge about exams and testing is an incredibly useful tool for learning to learn.
Okay, thank you very much, Benny. Good luck with your session.
Thank you very much.